Hey everyone, Melissa here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited to be here as part of the Great Southern Scrap Hop here on YouTube. And what it is it's been organised by Essie Ruth, who is amazing and so lovely, and she's put together a group of Australian and New Zealand scrapbookers to do a hop and I guess just share our creativity from down under with the rest of the world. So you would have seen the mood board there that we are all using to inspire our creativity. I decided to use an Australian collection, so of course I had to use Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I'm using the beautiful Daydream collection because I thought the colours were perfect for the colours in the mood board, and I am also using a cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. Most of you will know Virginia Walker, and she is a New Zealand scrapbooker, and I'm super proud as a New Zealander to bring you a cut file from her. So what I did was cut this on my silhouette, and my silhouette has died on me. The blade has completely died on me, and I can't seem to get any more blades anywhere in the world at the moment. But I did cut this one. I cut two cut files right before it died, and this one didn't cut very well. It's torn a piece of a tiny little flower, but you're not even going to notice because I'm going to cut that piece off, and unless you were to study the original cut file, you'd be none the wiser. But I was going to throw this one out and cut it again, but at that point I couldn't, so I've pulled it out of the rubbish bin and I've resurrected it, and I think it looks just fine, and I'm glad that I pushed on with it. So I'm just backing it with the colours or the stripes from this paper, and there's green in this mood board, and I didn't have, obviously sometimes you're not going to get the exact shade, but I was able to pull sort of green and blue stripes from the stripe paper, and I think that works really well. And because I'm using one collection, everything's going to work together anyway. And I was really inspired obviously by the colours in the mood board and also the florals. So what I'm creating, I'm attempting Project Life this year. The reason I'm saying attempting is because I've attempted it, I think, twice in the past. I have attempted a weekly Project Life. I think that was way back in 2013 when I first started scrapbooking in 2012. Maybe it was even 2012. Anyway, it was before I was able to print photos from home, and I got to 6 months and then it just got too much. So another year I tried to do it on a monthly basis in a 12 by 12 format, and I couldn't achieve that either. So what I'm doing is using a close to my heart 6 by 8 album, and I'm hoping that by not having any pressure on myself and doing pocket scrapbooking and the odd 6 by 8 that I'm going to be able to get this done. And yeah, I loved making my December daily with pockets, and so I am hoping that I can achieve this. So we'll see how we go. I'm not putting huge expectation on myself. I'm not making it stressful. It's meant to be fun. But so for my opening page, I decided to do a 6 by 8 layout. So I've got this photo of my kids at Riverton. I had no photo of the 4 of us, or the 6 of us, sorry, except for the Christmas photo from 2020. I didn't want to use that because it was an obvious Christmas photo, so I thought, it doesn't have to have all of us in it. I love this photo of my kids, and it's taken at a distance. It's them at Riverton just running on the beach recently, and I think it looks lovely with this collection. So I am just gluing the centre of that flower with some liquid adhesive, and I'll pop everything else up with these close to my, no, they're not close to my heart, they're Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And then I've put my photo on some vellum, and I'm keeping this page very simple, very fresh and quite clean. I've done some drops in the background with just some Delusions, and I'll tell you the exact colour. White linen ink spray. It's quite subtle. It's a lot more subtle than white acrylic paint or Liquitex acrylic ink, and I just like the way it looks. I didn't want to add any other splatters because I wanted that wood grain to be my background, and that's really inspired by the craft packaging on one of the parcels in that mood board. So just popping things up here. The thing I like about these dimensionals is that the edge, you can use the edge as well as the hexagons, and you can cut the edge pieces down to as excuse me, as tiny as you want. So I've got them really small. Now I'm going to show you a technique I learned from Danny V. She's in this hop as well. And if you put a little drop of Nuvo under something, Nuvo drops, it'll set into like an enamel dot and it'll provide some dimension. So when I put this into the page protector, those tiny little floral buds are still going to stay popped up because I've got that dimension under them. So now I'm wanting to embellish very simply because the floral obviously is the main embellishment and I really want the focus on my beautiful photo. So I'm just picking a phrase that I think goes well with the opening page to a Project Life album, Live Your Best Life. And then I've got the sticker rainbow and I've positioned it so it's under and slightly overlapping my photo. And I love the way that looks. I did look at adding another phrase onto my photo at the top, just there where I'm putting that oh happy day, and I did like that there. And now I am using, these are some really old, I think from probably 2012, Dear Lizzie letter stickers. I think they're thickers and I absolutely adore them and I've kept them and I've just used them every so often, and just wanting that 2021. I did want to use a cut file for 2021, but obviously my machine wasn't cutting, so we're improvising, and I love how these look actually, and I prefer the fact that I've got that flower as the main feature. So it's looking a little bit disjointed and I'm needing something else, so I'm looking on here for a sticker that I could use, and then I think, no, let's put oh happy day at the top of 2021. And I also like that sort of the oh happy day and the rainbow are really it's a new year, it's a new day, it's not 2020. 2020 was rough for all of us, and so although we don't know what 2021 is going to bring, we can be positive and I guess start afresh. And then I'm adding some just doodling around the edge, and this is very inspired by Lael Konkar. If you watch her Traveller's Notebook spreads and lists, you'll see that she does that in all of hers, and I did it in my December daily on all of my pages. And I love the look of it, so I'm going to continue that on in this album. So I've added some enamel dots, and then I'm going to leave it overnight. I've just sort of dropped it down to help them settle. And here I'm showing you how the enamel dot, or not enamel dots, Nuvo drops. I added Nuvo drops, how the Nuvo drops provide dimension. So I'm just popping it into this close to my heart 6x8 page protector, slightly bent up the corner, so I'm fixing that, and then I'm going to put it in the album, and that's so you can see the album that I'm using. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this project. Thank you so much, Essie Ruth, for organising this hop, and do go below and see the links to all the other wonderful ladies that are playing along. Thank you so much for watching.